أنا لها لا أنثني عند الصعاب أنا لها
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أهلا ومرحبا. Welcome again to our new series, Gateway to Arabic Verbal Grammar. In this lesson, we are going to begin the analysis of the 6 fundamental verbs which we earlier discussed in our previous lesson. Now, let's start with the first among the 6 fundamental verbs, which is fataha. Now, as you can see on the board, we have provided you with a table showing all the possible changes which the verb fataha can form, that is in past tense. And the important thing about this table is when we practice and master this table very well, any other kind of 3-lettered verb that you'll be given, you will be able to say anything you want with such verb. So in this lesson, we are going to be looking at the past tense of this verb. So in our next lessons, we are going to also look at the present tense of this verb, fataha. Now, in Arabic language, the past tense, which is fi'lul madi, is divided into two. The first is fi'lul madi al-ma'lum, meaning the active or the known past tense. Then the second type is fi'lul madi al-majhul, meaning the passive or the unknown past tense. So inshallah, we are going to begin with the first one, which is fi'lul madi al-ma'lum, the active or the known past tense. So the first verb we have on this table is fataha, meaning he opened. That is in masculine gender. So in Arabic, when you want to say he opened, we say fataha. Now the next is fatahat, meaning she opened. That is feminine gender. So in Arabic, when you want to say she opened, you say fatahat. Now the next is fatahta, meaning you opened in masculine gender. Then the next is fatahti, meaning you opened in feminine gender. Meaning when you want to say you opened in masculine gender, you say fatahta. Then when you want to say you opened in feminine gender, you say fatahti, you opened. Now the next is fatahtu, meaning I opened for both the masculine gender and also the feminine gender. Meaning a male can use the verb fatahtu, I opened, to refer to himself, while the female can also use the verb fatahtu to refer to herself, meaning I opened. Now the next is fataha, meaning both of them opened in masculine gender. Now the next is fatahata, meaning both of them opened in feminine gender. Then the next is fatahtuma, meaning both of you opened in masculine gender. Then we also have fatahtuma, meaning both of you opened in feminine gender. Meaning you can use the verb fatahtuma to refer to both of you opened in masculine gender and also both of you opened in feminine gender. Now the next is fatahna, meaning we opened for both the masculine gender and also the feminine gender. Then we have fatahu, meaning all of them opened in masculine gender. Then when you want to use that to refer to a feminine gender, you say fatahna, meaning all of them opened in feminine gender. Now the next is fatahtum, meaning all of you opened in masculine gender. Then the next is fatahtunna, meaning all of you opened in feminine gender. Then the last one is fatahna, meaning all we opened. for both the masculine gender and also the feminine gender. So here, all you need is to practice and master this table very well. With this table, any other kind of verb that you'll be given, you'll be able to say anything you want with such verb in past tense. Now, let's try to do the same thing with another verb under the same fundamental verb. Now, for instance, we have the verb dhahaba falling under the same fundamental verb fataha. So here you say dhahaba, meaning he went. Then here you say dhahabat, meaning she went. Dhahabta, you went, masculine gender. Dhahabti, you went, feminine gender. Then dhahabtu, I went, for both the masculine gender and also the feminine gender. So here you say dhahaba, meaning both of them went, masculine gender. Dhahabata, both of them went, feminine gender. Dhahabtuma, meaning both of you went, masculine gender. Dhahabtuma, both of you went, feminine gender. Dhahabna, we went, for both the masculine gender and also the feminine gender. Here you see dhahabu, meaning all of them went, masculine gender. Dhahabna, all of them went, feminine gender. Dhahabtum, meaning all of you went, masculine gender. Dhahabtunna, all of you went, feminine gender. Then dhahabna, we went, for both the masculine gender and the feminine gender. So this is the past tense in the active form. Now let's look at the second one, which is fi'l al-madi al-majhul, the passive past tense of the verb fataha. So in Arabic language, when you want to change the past tense from its active form to a passive form, all you'll be required to do is to change the first letter of the verb to dhamma. Then you also change the second to the last letter of the verb to kasra. For instance, we have the verb fataha to be in the active form. Now you want to change it to a passive form, so we will say futiha. So here you say futiha, meaning he was opened. Then futihat, she was opened. Futihta, you were opened. Futihti, you were opened. That is feminine gender. Then futihtu, I was opened. Then the next is futiha, meaning both of them were opened. Futihata, both of them were opened. That is feminine gender. Then futihtuma, both of you were opened, masculine gender. Then futihtuma, both of you were opened. Futihna, we were opened. Futihu, all of them were opened in masculine gender. Then here we have futihna, all of them were opened in feminine gender. Futihtum, all of you were opened in masculine gender. Futihtunna, meaning all of you were opened in feminine gender. Futihna, we were opened for both the masculine gender and the feminine gender. So inshallah, here we are going to end this lesson. See you in our next lesson, where we are going to be looking at the second among the fundamental verbs, which is daraba.